Hi, it's Wesley Rocha, CEO of LinkU and founder of Link University, talking about pixels and audiences and what exactly they are. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about pixels and how they can be used in your online marketing and what the heck they are to begin with, in case you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say pixel your audience. I actually have an email from an agent who's asking the question, what is a pixel? Well, his name's Chad. Chad, a pixel is basically a cookie that's placed on the user's computer or browser. So if I come to your website, I can essentially pixel you with a cookie, knowing that you visited my website. And that's essentially all a pixel is. Where it got the name, I actually don't know off the top of my head, but that's essentially all it is. The next question is, why is this important? Well, pixels are important because pixels can be almost as important as building an email list. It's almost like owned media. So really, if you build this audience of basically a bunch of people that you've pixeled, you're able to remarket to them over and over again. And the best part about it is they're kind of qualified. They're more qualified because maybe they've made some sort of interaction with a web property of yours at some point. So that's basically why they're important. Now, how are pixels used, Chad asks? Well, they're used for a lot of different things, and I'll actually go down the list. So where do we begin? They're used for retargeting, for example. And retargeting is basically the ability, and I actually have it up here on my screen, where a visitor comes to your website and you essentially pixel them or place that cookie, and then when the visitor leaves your website, you could use like Facebook or Google or other places to essentially advertise to these people. So these people are kind of segmented into a separate audience of people who visited your website. You can even add rules, like if people visited your website and visited certain pages on your site, or if people have visited your website at some point but haven't returned for a certain amount of days, or if they've looked at a certain product or added something to their cart, things like that. Now, you may have seen this before. If you're shopping on Amazon or you're doing shopping anywhere online, you might see, let's say you add a pair of shoes or something on Amazon into your shopping cart, but you choose not to buy them yet. So later down the line, you're on YouTube or you're reading a news article or you're somewhere online, and now you start seeing advertisements saying, hey, don't forget your shoes or in your cart, or similar type products that might be things that you looked at, or other websites that you've looked at. Maybe you looked at our site and you're going to start seeing our ads. By just being at this blog, you'll start seeing ads around. Maybe it be on YouTube, maybe it be on Facebook, or anywhere else on the internet. You're going to see our ads in a lot of different places, and along with all the other stores and stuff that I mentioned. That is called retargeting. Those are people or companies have pixeled you, adding that cookie to your browser, figuring out what you might be interested in so that they can create extremely relevant ads to target you and hopefully find something that you are interested in, or to complete the sale or whatever, your interaction with that website at some point. So this is really awesome because retargeting is available on many platforms. It's available on Facebook. Facebook's a really great place to retarget because you can show up in their newsfeed or right column or mobile ads and things like that, and create ads specifically for those users, whether they be buyers, sellers, or maybe someone interested in a certain product if you're a retailer, stuff like that. You can do retargeting on Google search. And how does that work? Well, with Google search retargeting, you could, if you're doing pay-per-click, that's with Google AdWords, you could essentially bid on keywords. And just to kind of give you an idea what that looks like, let me open up my internet browser, and I'll open up Google, and I'll just do Orange County Real Estate, just to kind of give you an idea. Up here you have the advertisement on the very top, you can see. And then there's ads also sometimes on the bottom. Whatever. So you can see that there's ads. And what I'm trying to say is with retargeting, what you could do is essentially create an audience of people who have come to your website before or looked at certain things on your website or a landing page or whatever it may be. And you can actually adjust your bids based on if they've been to your site before. So if you are doing AdWords, creating a retargeting list, you could essentially make your bid a little higher for those people who have visited your website before. And then maybe on, there's Instagram, there's Pinterest retargeting, there's YouTube retargeting. Google ads, so their display network. You can create banner ads and show banner ads on a lot of the different websites. You've probably, like I've mentioned, news websites, YouTube, and it goes on, of your banners for your website, and you would only show them to your retargeting audiences. The reason is because they're targeted, and you kind of stay at the top of mind. Your brand, your name, everything is constantly in front of them, so they're seeing you more often. And it's definitely more affordable than trying to do banner ads just targeting everybody or buying individual banner ads on individual websites, which could be very expensive. Then there's YouTube. You could do retargeting on YouTube. It's all on the same Google platform where you can essentially create videos or commercials that run before the YouTube video plays or right column ads and things like that in YouTube. But you would just show the videos to people in your retargeting audience. So again, these would be people who have done some kind of interaction or interacted with your website or whatever it may be at some point. And I mentioned Instagram. Pinterest is just now releasing a retargeting option as well. So there's just a lot of different things available. And essentially what retargeting does is it enhances your existing marketing efforts and it lowers your overall acquisition costs because it could be as simple as a postcard, from a postcard to a link, boom, retargeted. They find you in the search results, they go to your website, anybody go to your website, you retarget them. And so forth and so on. You just got to really be creative of where can I place this pixel and how many different web properties do I have that I can put, my Google pixel, my Bing pixel, my Facebook pixel, and whatever else. And that essentially will be like building this pixeled list. And you'll have an audience, your audience, on these different advertising platforms. Even if you're not ready to advertise right now, and that's actually a really important point, is even if you're not, I'm not ready to do ads yet, or I don't even know what that is. It's like, you know what? Just get the audiences set up or put the pixels on your site now at least so you can start building that audience. Then once you get to a point where you're ready to start buying traffic or creating banner ads or doing Facebook ads or whatever the case may be, you'll have that audience already built up that you can immediately start advertising to. Like I said, it could be almost as important as an email list because these are people, again, who showed interest in your service, your product, whatever it may be. The next question is, how would one start pixeling their traffic? Well, basically, all you do is you take a little snippet of code that's provided from Google, Facebook, or whatever, and add that right in your website. As an example, I'll show you my computer here. Let's go into Firefox. Okay, so in Google, for example, if you just set up your audiences, it may take you through a retargeting wizard. It's basically under your shared library and then audiences. Once you're in there, in this case, mine's already kind of set up, but I can go get my tag. And this is the remarketing tag right here. So all I would do is essentially copy this retargeting pixel or tag, and I would place this pixel on my websites or my web properties. Then this tag is all I need to do retargeting on all of Google. So that could be YouTube, that would be Google AdWords, the search ads, or Google Display Network. So that's the one code handles retargeting for all those different places. And then when it comes to Facebook, it's really easy. In your Facebook ads, you just go into your pixels, which is under assets because you are building an asset. Then once you're in pixels, Facebook just uses one pixel as well for everything. And there's the pixel base code. So you would just copy this and place that all onto your website as well. So usually if your website has like a global header or a place where you can insert the script, you would want to put it in a place where it will then kind of show up on all the pages. You don't want to have to go page by page putting this code in. That's generally not how it works. There should be a single global area within your page to add this code. In our case, on our websites, for example, you would just go in your administration panel, you'd click on website settings, and at the bottom there's a place where you see footer code. You just take this code and paste it right into that box, save changes, and then it appears on every page on your website. So whether you have a website with us or anyone else, it might be very similar. Contact your web provider for details. And that's pretty much it. And it's the same thing whether you have Bing or any of the other services. They all have a piece of code just like this you plug in. And once you do that, that's all you have to do. And now your audiences are being pixeled. Then they're ready for you to market whenever you are ready. And I believe that answers pretty much all the questions. Do you have any other questions or anything? Feel free to comment. We're also going to be on Facebook Live tomorrow. We're going to be talking about this more. I'm going to go over kind of the same things, except we'll be live so you can ask questions and interact, anything like that. So really kind of think about how that you can utilize your pixels in online marketing, maybe for your website traffic, maybe it's for landing pages, whatever else, just be creative. So that is all. That's all we have time for today. Thank you again for watching us here on LinkU TV. If you find this interesting, please do subscribe. And that is all. I will see you next week. Thanks a lot. Did you like this video and find it helpful for you and your business? If so, then subscribe and get all our videos weekly at LinkU.tv for more awesome insights, breakthrough strategies, and some exclusive behind-the-scenes footage to help you with your business and your online marketing strategies. Just go to LinkU.tv and click to subscribe.